Welcome back to another episode of Careful Boys. Today we're going to discuss the economy because it's been pretty bad in lots of different ways, and I think it's interesting the signs that people point out about where the clues are, let's say. So in Vegas...
the stripper index.
That's
stripper
true.
Index? Really? Is the thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, stripper index. But it's specifically the way Crazy Horse 3 puts it, which you've been to, Nick.
What's the Crazy Horse 3?
Third one. It's so good they had a third one.
Oh, it's a chain of strip clubs.
Yeah, so they're saying that they've been noticing that so they do auditions every night at 9 p.m.
Like open bar?
Open audition. Yeah, open poll, yeah.
What the hell?
Audition to be a dancer there, so they'll get like amateurs come in and just like do a set on the pole.
But every night they need
Every night at 9. Every night at 9 apparently. Okay. And it's risen by 55%.
Whoa!
The amount of women coming in, and it's mostly women who have never done stripping in their life.
Whoa!
They're leaving like hospitality careers that maybe they were laid off from, or quitting real estate, and they're just going into Crazy Horse 3.
Hell yeah. How can I go watch?
9 p.m. 9 p.m. nightly.
Damn, it's like the Kill Tony version of stripping.
Exactly, yeah.
1 minute, let's see what you got.
Do you think the other strippers that are like that like work there regularly, the regulars, do you think they're a little like nervous? Like, God damn, this chick.
Oh, I would think so. You know why that is though? I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything, but I would imagine that certain patrons of such establishments like this would find attractive a girl who's a rookie versus one who's been there 20 years.
God, the regulars, they're like, oh, I've seen this chick.
Florida the same.
I would think maybe it's the opposite. I don't
I
know.
think that's true.
Wait, you're saying you'd want the
strip club that I go to all the time, I want to see some new faces.
Yeah, you want to see fresh faces.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I want to see some fresh.
like not as good dancers.
I appreciate it.
I don't know if
matter?
they go for the dance.
I'm there for the love of the game, and I want to see some fresh faces.
I'm just assuming that it's like most things where if you're there to kind of, partake in an objectification of some sort, of a quote unquote virgin of the trade would be more attractive. As a man, I don't know.
I mean, you guys should speak on that.
Reiterate that I don't know.
I know, and he's right.
I'd like to repeatedly say I don't know anything. Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. Like,
and wouldn't you want to see like a 20-year-old versus like a 40-year-old?
To each his own.
I don't even know if age is. I mean, I'm sure age is like the determining factor for a lot of people. But I think like in a lot of ways, it's almost like like the UFC is more interesting because there's story behind everybody. There's a little bit more story behind someone who left real estate to become a stripper, and you're there her first day.
But you don't know that story. They're not talking, are they?
You don't, but if you go on the nights so people purposely go on these audition nights to see these people like do these first time things.
Like they're like into open mics.
Oh, wait. Like there are customers at these auditions. It's not just like people who work there who are hiring.
Yes, I don't know though.
I'm imagining it's an open mic.
Yeah, but they're saying you can go watch it. Yeah,
Watch it.
That's really smart.
Yeah,
I went to a strip club.
and interesting.
If you made me go to a strip club, I would choose to go that night.
See,
Actually.
See?
To watch the fresh faces.
Yes.
It's
yes.
interesting.
and like cheer them on and encourage them, right?
Throw some money up.
Watch them
But it's not like
crash and
cooking
burn.
where you want someone that's got 50 years experience because you're there for the cooking, right?
Yeah.
The cooking.
And then do you think someone with 40 years more experience can shake their ass better than someone that just started?
Well, it depends what better is to you. Some
Because it's like cooking, the 40-year-old has really great technique, but you have very spoiled cheese.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'd rather have untainted fresh milk. When you have untainted fresh milk, you don't have to do anything to it. It just tastes good, right? That's not.
So one is good ingredients but bad skill.
Yeah.
But the other one's great skill but rotten ingredients.
Yeah.
Let's find your taste.
Yeah, rotten
You got two women, right?
blue cheese.
You're sitting. Imagine you're in the strip club right now. You're sitting in this chair. You got two girls. They come up to you. They go, One of them says.
He sits up. Right?
Yeah. She goes.
Lap dance. Let me imagine.
She's really shy. She's a little shaky, and she's like, hey, do you want to dance? Or do you like the one who walks up confident, like veteran? She comes up and goes,
Cigarette in her mouth.
how about a dance, sweetie?
Not gonna sound like that.
Yeah, she is.
Sometimes they do.
How's about you make my night?
The veteran's gonna take care of me better.
Joe's an experienced guy, though. He wants experience over.
I think at the end of the day, it's attractiveness, right? So like,
Yeah, exactly.
because like
And you
the
find that
newcomer,
attractive?
no, the newcomer could be uglier than the veteran.
But yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
Isn't the newcomer's hotter than the veteran?
Then the newcomer, whoever's
But then also in terms of what's hot, some people that are seeking a power dynamic would prefer a situation where they feel like this person's not.
gotcha.
So there could be that. I mean, not that it's unattractive to have the whole like, you want to hear some war stories?
Yeah, like the helpless lamb, right? Versus the fucking dom that's gonna fucking.
Yeah. I mean, there's whole industries that are based on finding these people. But you know what's even sadder? So like on that post by Crazy Horse 3, there was like so many other women in the comments that are like, I have been doing real estate for 2 years and I've spent more than I've made. I'm thinking of actually, it's like a lot of women are like, I'm going to go now that you showed us this. So it's probably going to
It's just gonna get
triple. Yeah. Because like all these people on social media are like, what? Like, that's amazing. I'm down.
Real estate agents are hot too.
That's what I'm saying. And it's kind of like a thing where like a lot of them also, there's like somebody had commented saying, I don't know if it's true. This girl was commenting this thing saying like, oh, it's probably also a lot of people where OF didn't quite work out how they thought it would. Because I think I don't know again, which I love saying. There's a thing where apparently, yeah, I know.
I know. He's right.
This girl said that OF was a boom in COVID because strip clubs weren't open for so long. And that now that they are open, they, in some ways, if you're starting now, is a better alternative than OF at this point.
I like that there's people going like, oh, I'm so saturated now.
But it's true, though, right?
like,
Like,
what the hell?
because if you're charging $5 a month,
Yeah.
a lot of these OnlyFans creators, like, you need, how many leads you need? You need like thousands, hundreds of thousands.
That girl said if you're on OF, you have to do your marketing. If you're just at a strip club, the market comes to you. That's word for word what she said. I thought that was interesting.
In person versus online, you know, it's a big difference.
I thought that was a pretty interesting thing.
I did think the economy was getting kind of funky because like, so I try to like get into crypto a little bit. And like over the last 2-3 months, there are like some really big things happening with the economy and usually in a real bull run. And I don't know anything, right? And some people still think the bull run is still here. Some people think there's still a chance. But like quantitative tightening was like released, like all these things that usually would have like boom, huge spikes, and there'll be little blips in where Bitcoin was going. So to me, I was like, oh fuck, I actually don't think the economy is as strong as like whatever the reports are saying. Because if they are, like the last time that we saw Bitcoin in the bull run, like any big news, it would go woof, woof, you know, like interest rates drop, boom, it goes up.
Yeah, it like is in line with it almost. Yeah.
Big things happen, and it'll be like, tweet. And you're like, what the fuck?
There's also the sneaker industry is like pretty much dead to
Like the resale
They've been
industry.
nosediving though, huh?
yeah, there's just a lot of like different reports. They're showing like prices of real like stock, and most of it's going back to the retail value versus like
Yeah.
Wow.
Watches too. Watches, there's a huge inflation before. Now watches are kind of like simmering down.
Good thing you made some money on yours already.
A lot of my neighbors in Waikiki are seeing an all-time low in foot traffic.
Wow.
Oh wow. Yeah. Dang.
One of my buddies was like, dude, I got hit like 50% less foot traffic.
Dang.
I was like, what? Yeah.
But that's because people are consuming from like online, right? They're not going in person anymore.
I think when the economy's bad, people aren't spending on luxuries like travel and tourism.
Okay, that makes
And
sense.
then, you know, everyone says like Vegas is hit pretty bad too, like the casinos and stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's probably like, I know a lot of people want to frame it as a lot of different things, but if you just see that many layoffs in hospitality, then for sure it's got to be lower, like the amount of people renting rooms or gambling or anything like that. But what other like luxury goods have you noticed that are like down, like specifically luxury spending?
I'm in a like my location is right next to like Fendi and Hermes and all these luxury stores, right? And I remember like there would be people that would just buy bags of that stuff. And like those shoppers aren't in Waikiki right now. Like there's people walking around, but no one's got shopping bags.
Yeah.
And that was a thing that I always saw is like you saw people with like a Gucci bag or some kind of like they just made a purchase at a luxury store.
Right.
You just see a lot of people doing window shopping and sightseeing, but you don't see anyone with
I watched a video about Thailand, and it's a very recent video, and it was showing like certain hotels. They would go up there. There's nothing happening. There's like hardly any staff, and they ask them like, "How occupied are you?" And they said 4 rooms out of like a whole like a hotel.
Oh, that's right. And they were supposed to be in peak season or something, right? So it's not even low season.
So I think it's kind of when people say, "Oh, Vegas is dead," or every place is experiencing lows. Yeah, because like it's not like everyone started vacationing in this new place that's getting a huge influx. I don't think any place is like breaking records right now.
Big drop in
Worldwide, too.
Bitcoin happened because of something that happened in Japan's economy.
Oh yeah.
So it's like a worldwide thing. Yeah.
Somebody was also telling me, one of my account clients was telling me that whenever the price of gold like doubles pretty quickly with a certain period of time, that's another sign of like, okay, the recession's
Everyone's
coming.
moving their money from risky things back to gold.
They're going back to gold, something a little more stable.
Oh,
To me, and I was like, oh yeah, that does make sense. And you look at the price of gold, I think it's like what, like 4,200 or something.
I'd have.
4,200 now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Before it was like I think-
3,000 something.
Yeah, and I think the time period was like every 5 years. If it doubles within 5 years, like that's not a good sign for like the economy.
Oh, because then that means all the money's being pulled out.
Yeah. That's apparently. And then you see fucking Bitcoin take a nosedive too, and you're like, oh,
Stripper auditions triple.
we're gonna put our money into.
Times are tough.
I have no stable assets to put my money into.
You know what's
strippers or
crazy
anything.
though? The ballers are completely unaffected.
Yeah.
Like if you like in the real estate market, the $10 million homes, people are like, list it. 2 weeks later, someone buys all cash. And you're just like, dude, these guys are unaffected by any economy.
Whales aren't really gonna move change. Yeah.
Just, I like that house. How much? 15 million. Here you go.
Maybe that's. I mean, you know how like there's a big rumor that like Vegas is trying to steer away from the everyman and try to cater only exclusively to whales. And I don't think that's actually happening, but I think that if the economy does go down and less regular people go vacation and less regular people play in the casino, then they have to cater to whales, right? But I don't think it's like a what is it, like a planned effort to do that first. I think it's a response effort.
I think a rich person's favorite pastime is getting the richest suite up there and jumping up and down and making noise on all the people below,
Yeah.
on the peasants, you know? So if they know there's no peasants below, they're like, what are we jumping on?
There's no fun.
You want to flex on fools. In your yacht, you drive by. Look at these guys on the beach. Ah.
If nobody's in the cheap seats. Yeah.
Yeah, why throw money at the casino if there's no audience to watch you play?
Yeah, you're just throwing 10 G's at the wall by yourself.
Then there is no VIP if the VIP is the only ones there. Yeah. And then there's also the idea of like clubs, how like I think it's combined with the social evolution that the next gen just doesn't think they're that cool. And clubs are suffering pretty bad. Bottle service as an idea kind of failed for the newest gen.
Alcohol sales is all-time low.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we should behead Fauci. I think because of Fauci, starting with COVID, everything's been fucking. Everything's been weird. Everything's been weird.
In my head, I was like, make him the head of what? Oh.
No, it's been like 6 years.
Oh.
It's been not, like every year you're like, okay, the effects of COVID is gonna stop, but it's weird. It's like this is the weirdest part of my life.
Hey, he's part of the Whales Club now, sir.
Yeah. He's killing it, dude.
Non-stop weirdness.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
Cut that fool's head off, man.